Hey, Night to Shine volunteers, we are so excited that you're going to be volunteering with our Night to Shine prom for people with special needs this year, Friday night, February 10th at 6 p.m. And we are excited to have you. Now listen, the prom starts at 6 p.m. till 9 p.m., but we need you to be here at 5:30 at the latest. And if you can't do that, that's okay, but we really need you here if at all possible. We're going to have pizza for you if you get here before that you can grab when you get here. If you can't do that, please call our church office at Westside Church, 810-733-2419. Let me say, for that night, here is the theme of the night, okay? Be a blessing. That's what we're here for that night. We are here to make every one of our guests feel special and know that they are loved by God and by us, and that they are the king and queens of our prom. Oh, we want you to learn that night to be sure to figure out ways to say yes. If at all possible, say yes. Even if the answer is no, say yes and figure out a different way to approach it for them. You probably want to dress up a little bit that night. Now, depending on where you're working at and volunteering at, that will matter also. And we'll talk about that as we talk about the areas. But it is kind of a dress-up event. When you arrive here as a volunteer, we're going to ask you to go around to the very back of our building and our facility and park as far out as you can and enter through our back gymnasium door, which is our far back door, single door there. It's got a little canopy over it. So if you'll park way back there and come in, that would be great. Let me tell you this, if you're here, and no matter what you're doing that night, you might end up on the red carpet for a short time, and that is where they come in the door. When our guests come in the door, we want you to cheer like the biggest star in the world just came in the door. We want them to know that we are geeked to see them that night. So be sure that you do that. You're cheering loud if you do that. If you're working in hospitality in the kitchen area with the food and things like that, now there's an area you probably don't want to dress up too much. I probably wouldn't wear my sweats. I might wear as a guy Dockers and a collared shirt of some sort, like a golf shirt or something like that. But whatever you wear, I'm sure will be fine. But that's one area particularly you're not going to want to dress up too much, because you're going to be working and preparing food and serving food. And then, but we want you to remember this: smile. Smile, smile, smile. Make sure that you're smiling all night long. We want to remind our special guests that they are kings and queens of our prom. Buddies, if you're volunteering to be a buddy, you're going to be hanging out with one of our special guests all night long. And we want you to be sure and be very positive all night long. And remember, now, if you love to dance and your buddy doesn't, you have to not dance. If you hate to dance and your buddy loves to dance, you got to dance. Now, you don't really have to dance. You can just kind of do what I'm doing right here, just sitting out here, moving a little bit to the beat of the music. You'll be fine. It's an awesome time. I promise you, don't be intimidated if you're not a dancer, okay? But make sure one of your main jobs as a buddy is to make sure that they don't just dance all night, because they're going to have a tendency to want to do that. But we have limousine rides for them. We have food for them to get involved in. We have a karaoke room. We have a prom photo room for them. We have a selfie station for them to get pictures of. And so lots of different areas. We want to make sure that your buddy, as a buddy, you get your buddy all around to the different things. So if you are a buddy, let me tell you this, pay really close attention to this. If your buddy has a food allergy, and it'll be on their tag that they wear. I should have brought one in here with me, but I didn't. But they'll have a tag they're wearing with their name on it. And we want on there is an allergy. And if they have an allergy, we want you to be sure and talk to the food service people. Whoever's serving the food, be sure and talk to them. Say, hey, here's my buddy. Here it is. And they'll look up the allergies and they'll be able to tell you everything they need. Most of our friends that are coming that night don't have any allergies. And so you don't really have to worry about it. But just in case, if yours does have an allergy listed, then you be sure and talk to the food personnel about that. Buddies, also, I want to tell you this. Every year, getting our buddies connected and getting our guests registered is always the bottleneck for us. And so this year, we want to encourage you as they line up for you to go meet somebody, find your own person you want to buddy up with. And if you know of somebody you're going to be a buddy for, be looking for them at the door and be sure and come in with them. We want you to help them write their name on their tag, write their parent's name or their guardian's name, and write any allergies they have. And then on the back of the tag, it doesn't say this, but on the back of the tag, we want you to write your name. In case somehow you get separated from the buddy, we'll know who they're supposed to be with that night. And so I hope that you will just enjoy your time. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. I promise it won't be that big a deal once you get here. We have lots of people who know exactly what to tell you to do. And so I hope that you'll come. As a volunteer, you're going to come in that back door. You're going to check in with them. There'll be a check-in station right there where you're going to log it. They're going to tell you, okay, you need to go to this area depending on where you're volunteering at. So the big thing to remember that night is to smile. Be positive. Let everyone know how glad you are that they're here, and that remind them that they are loved by us and by their Creator, God Almighty, who made them special just the way they are. That night, the key is party, party, party. Fun, fun, fun. Thanks again for volunteering. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. I'm going to give you my personal cell number. Call me if you have any questions about volunteering. 810-964-7703. 810-964-7703. Thanks so much. God bless. And we'll talk to you soon. See you Friday night, February 10th, 5:30 p.m. It's going to be awesome. Thank you again, and God bless.